naman po mag-join yung iba. Yung iba po, pwede naman din po manood po sa YouTube live po natin. Okay? So, mag-start na po tayo, Sir Jay. Pwede na po tayong para po sa ating opening sa prayer po and followed by the Philippine National Anthem. Thank you.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, buyan ka ng magiliw, sa manlulupi, di ka masisingil, sa lahat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo kamay, ay nilak ang tula at awit sa paglayang tinamaan. Ang isat ng watawat mo'y nagumpay na nagiging, ang bituin ng araw niya kailan pagpalik pagtigilin. Lupa ng araw ng maraming pagsita, layalangin sa likod. Aming ligaya naman may mamagin, at namatay ng tayo sa'yo.
Yan. So, good morning po ulit sa lahat. Ako po, Sir Jay. Okay, so bago po tayo mag-start, request ko lang po na lahat po sana ng participants ay pakimute po ang ating pong audio para po mapakinggan po natin mabuti yung ayan. So, ako po si 𝗪𝗲𝗶𝗿𝗍. I will be your host and webinar moderator for today. I am the Tech for Ed Coordinator of Aurora Province. So, yun. So, bago po tayo mag-start sa ating webinar for today, narinig niyo po ba ako?
Congratulations sa akin, nag-check-nagos.
Hello po.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you po. Bali, ito po, next po sir, sa guidelines and reminders. Okay po. Pakimute po sana yung iba pa po. Salamat. Si Sir Christian, hindi, nakamute naman siya. Okay? Yung mga hindi pa po nakamute, pamute po, thank you. Okay? So far, we have 45 participants na po dito po sa Zoom. Bali, ayan. So, share ko po sa inyo yung guidelines and reminders po about this webinar. Okay? So, para po, sa inyo pong kaalaman, this webinar is recorded for documentation purposes and it will be posted on the official page of the DICT Luzon Cluster 2 Aurora po. So, naka-live streaming na din po tayo ngayon sa YouTube. So, again po, turn off your microphone and camera and para po less na din po sa gamit nyo po ng data. So, do not share your screen or do any annotations. Observe proper decorum and etiquette. Use the chat box or Q&A form. Yung Q&A form po is nasend na po natin sa email nyo and ipapost ko po ulit dito po sa chat box para po pag mag-question po kayo, dun po natin siya i-send. Okay? So next po, certificates. Yes po, it will be provided to those who have attended the full duration of this webinar. And syempre po, dapat po masagutan po ninyo ang post-evaluation form. Yung post-evaluation form po ay, naman po siya, dapat po ma-fill up nyo po siya hanggang 4 p.m. tomorrow. At huwag nyo pong kakalimutan na i-check yung inyo pong email address. Dapat po tama po ito at active. Marami po kasi kaming na-experience na participants po, naglalagay po sila ng email address, medyo nakakaroon po ng typo error po. So, hindi po namin masendan po sila. So, para po ayan, nire-remind na po namin kayo, pag po nag-post evaluation kayo mamaya, paki-check po yung email po na i-input po natin. Okay? So, ayun po. Live stream po natin, ayan po, naka-post na po, nasa screen yung atin pong link for the YouTube po. Yan. So, yung certificates po, hintayin lang po natin siguro 1 week. Kakayanin po natin yan para po ma-provide natin. Hindi lang po right after this webinar. Kasi po ang cutoff po ng ating pong post-evaluation form ay hanggang 4 p.m. tomorrow. Yan. Thank you po. So, ayan, to share you the mandate and function of the Department of Information and Communications Technology or DICT shall be the primary policy, planning, coordinating, implementing, and administrative entity of the executive branch of the government that will plan, develop, and promote the National ICT Development Agenda or the RA 10844. Yan. So, ito po. Ngayon po, para po sa ating opening remarks. Teka po andyan na ba si Sir Ray? Ayan, andyan na po si Sir Ray. So, para po sa ating opening remarks, pinapakilala ko po sa inyo ang aming pong mabait, masipag, at napakabait, na Director ng DICT Luzon Regional Cluster 2, si Engineer Reynaldo TC. Yan. So, bigyan po natin ng virtual clap ang aming Director. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ms. Roma. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Luzon Cluster 2, and our partner, ICT 𝗙𝗲𝗃 National High School Technical Center, we wish to welcome all of you in today's webinar on the effective use of digital tools. But first, let me thank our partner, ICT 𝗙𝗲𝗃 National High School Technical Center, led by its active center manager, Ms. 𝗪𝗲𝗃𝗃, who also happened to be an outstanding scholar sa online job training or RISTT. It's nice to see na marami pala interested to join our webinar on the effective use of digital tools. This webinar or training is very timely and will be useful for everyone. Actually, the pandemic or COVID-19 puts everything in a different perspective. Dati, face-to-face sa mga klase, harap-harap mismo mga teachers, estudyante, physically pwedeng lumabas ng public para mag-grocery, mamasyal, pwede bumisita sa mga kamag-anak, pwede punta ng mga nanay, tatay, lolo at lola. But with the pandemic, totally nabago na kagawin natin activities, especially those living sa mga ECQ and MECQ areas. Pero even to the province, Totally nabagong the way we interact with one another. With the pandemic, we need to stay at home as much as possible. Nabago on the way we do things. Bawal ang physical contact, bawal ang pag-visit sa mga relatives, discourage. With the pandemic, na-highlight ang importance ng ICT. Totally paradigm shift tayo. Puro online na pinag-uusapan. Online meeting, online learning, online shopping, online payment, and other online activities pa. That's the reason for today's webinar. We want to equip and orient you on the different digital tools available to be effective and efficient online. Especially now na nauso ng mga Google Meet, Zoom meeting, blogging, and YouTube. Have you noticed na kahit mga artista nagbablog na sa YouTube? Even in broadcast studio, they are using YouTube as their medium to broadcast. Kaya kahit sa learning, pwede ang YouTube. There's a lot of tutorial channels on YouTube. We are sure that after this webinar, you will learn the different digital tools to effectively communicate, collaborate with your students, relatives, and friends online. Again, good morning, everyone.
Thank you po, sir. Sa inyo pong magandang welcome remarks para po sa lahat. Ngayon naman po, let's move on sa introduction of the resource speaker. Yan. Okay. Our resource speaker for today is graduated Bachelor of Science in Education, major in Educational Management in NUST Gabaldon, 𝗪𝗲𝗍, graduated Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management in ASCOT or Aurora State College of Technology in Baler, Aurora. Again, the National Certificate Level 2 in Computer and Hardware Servicing in TESDA Baler, awarded as Outstanding Performance of Duty for Outstanding Contribution as a member of the School-Based Management in Charge in Curriculum and as School Learners Information System Coordinator. She is also an Outstanding Scholar of Digital Jobs PH under the DICT. She is also the ICT Coordinator of the Baler National High School and Tech for Ed Center Manager of the ICT Baler National High School. She is a Master Teacher 1 at Baler National High School present po. So, now may we call on our resource speaker for today, Ms. May G. 𝗙𝗪𝗂. Ang super supportive na si Ms. May 𝗙𝗪𝗂. Ma'am May?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the overwhelming introduction. I would like to acknowledge our Regional Director, Engineer Rinaldo C., and our Provincial Head, DICT Aurora, Sir 𝗪𝗲𝗶𝗍𝗏, and of course, Ms. Roma. So, if I am super supportive as well as you, and I will be your resource speaker for today's training. Thank you. Okay, so I guess we will now start with our seminar. I would like to share the screen of my presentation, and I hope it's okay to turn off my camera since medyo nagpa-blurred siya. I hope okay yung audio ko sa lahat. Okay, let's start by sharing. Okay, please bear with me since my presentation is still loading. Hindi ka nagagawa si Ate. Ganda ba ito? Patingin ko. Ano yung ginamit ko? Okay. So, I hope nakikita na po. Matandaan ko.
Yes, ma'am. Nakikita po namin.
So, let's start with our topic for today is to promote and model the effective use of digital tools by Google Education. And actually, may story to, no? This is an inspiration for me to share. This is an advanced training for a Google educator. And it happens that I got certified last December 2020. So I want to share this training and topic. Well, teachers need support and recognition to successfully integrate technology into their classrooms. And while schools might provide varying levels of support, teachers can do a good deal of professional learning on their own. Like, for example, in DepEd, for us to motivate to integrate technology, like now in pandemic time, we have communication allowance for us, or for us to be able to connect digitally. And this topic, what will you learn? Let's take a look. You will learn importance of support, types of support models, support model, curation and sharing tools, drive as a lesson, repository or storing. So first is to set up mentorship and support processes to guide other teachers. And lahat naman, lalo na sa DepEd and other agency, meron tayong mentorship. Sa DepEd kasi meron kaming LAC session or instructional support, which is a demonstration teaching. So let's see, supporting each other, and it's hard enough for teachers to stay current on instructional methodologies and practices, let alone keep up with the shift toward teaching with the growth mindset. But luckily, technology is the perfect vehicle for creating this opportunity, right? And many schools are seeking out ways to support teachers with this shift in mindset. Like, for example, yung mga to stay current on methodologies and practices, mga webinars. Ang ICT section ng DepEd, nagpo-provide din sila ng webinar, and of course, may mga digital lesson na rin sila na ini-implement. So, the popular models include coaching model. This is where teachers work one-on-one with colleagues for lesson planning, technology skill building, and as I have said, demo lessons. Into larger group, workshops are held for entire school or district faculties. So kami dito, meron kaming groupings na since larger, we are belong to a large group 72 teachers kasi sa Baler National, meron kaming lock session. So yun yung consider namin as a workshop. It is a face-to-face, but of course, we follow the health protocol for COVID. Another one is trainer of trainers model, where selected teachers receive specialized training with the expectation they will train their fellow colleagues. Like for example, from Baler National High School, dalawa kami na nag-train as a trainers, si Ma'am 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗃, and here we are, nagiging resource speaker kami ng DICT to give training, especially sa digital and technology. And then early adopters model, where early adopters of technology share best practices at any opportunity. Di ba ngayon, ang means of communication natin is email. So we do conference through Zoom, online conference. And then we communicate between parent and teacher through text or the famous social media. Ginagamit na rin natin yun. And whichever method the site chooses, it's important that all decision makers are on the same page. Dapat majority or napagkasunduan. Like you have to, or the main concern here, does the school site have a technology plan? No. Baka naman magpa-plan kayo, wala naman internet ang school or mabagal, nun. And then, is there financial support for equipment and training? Budget, talagang this time of pandemic, lahat apektado sa budget, no? Is there a vision for technology used in the school and the resources needed to accomplish the plan? So, like for example, meron kayong ICT workshop plan para na-vision natin kung yung technology ba na i-adapt natin ay it caters doon sa need ng school. Okay. And discussing these ideas with administration, faculty, and parents is an essential step to both bringing about lasting change and staying focused on the reason why tech is used in the classroom for student learning. So, napaka-importante ng parents organization. We are lucky that in Baler National High School, meron kaming active na president, GPTA president. So, sinasamahan ang principal namin kapag may need kami sa munisipyo. For example, problema minsan namin dito but kuryente kasi talaga minsan ang problema. And then, yung internet, but okay na internet namin nakapag-install na dito ng PLDT. And then, kung may mga plano na, so making it work, hindi lang puro plano. Listen to teachers and coaches, explain how they brought about change with effective technology as instruction. If you'd like, you can download or let's say, panoorin natin, meron ako ipapanood sa inyo na videos, mga educator din sila, kung paano silang little by little inadapt nila yung technology as means of or to integrate in their teaching and learning. So, meron, dali lang po, i-share ko lang. Okay. Okay, nakikita na ba yung dito sa link na i-share? Let's hear it and then listen to the educator like us. Naririnig po ba? Naririnig dyan? Ah, malinaw. So, ang keyword ng isang educator natin is one tip, one lesson idea, a little by little. Ano po? Ito naman po, pakinggan natin. Okay. The other one is, she is,
Okay.
yes, Miss Roma.
Ma'am, wala po ako narinig nung may pinlay po.
Ha? Hindi ba naririnig to? Hello?
Yes,
Ano, nawawala yung audio?
yes ma'am, yung pinlay niyo po hindi po namin narinig. Yung salita niyo po naririnig po namin, pero yung pinlay niyo po hindi po namin.
Yung audio ko naririnig nyo.
Yes.
Pero ito hindi. Nawawala ka din kasi. Okay. So, if you transcript ko na lang, siya, ako na lang babasa. No? So, the third one is, we are learners just like our students. Let's take a look. Okay. So, just like her, sinasabi niya na ang teacher parang estudyante din, ano. Kapag may mga bago sa technology, so we are too excited to learn from it. And then the fourth educator he says that training you needed right when you needed it. So kailangan talaga ng training and support from our administrator as well as from the resource speaker or the trainer. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. Sorry, hindi ko kasi makita yung from current. So after making it work, let's go to building support. And it may seem overwhelming to bring tech leadership to your school site, but it is possible with a flexible plan, collaborative partnerships, and ideas for creating innovative learning opportunities for your students. And to make that happen and effective, technology integration happen, consider the following ideas. Okay. School-wide, let's start with the school-wide support models. Ano ba to at sino bang involved dito? So, instructional coaches. This kind of coaching from schools, it is a classroom or where the classroom teacher is released from normal teaching duties to become a flexible resource for other staff members. So example is the demonstration teaching, where they can personalize instruction by working one-to-one with teachers during scheduled appointments. And coaches can also demonstrate lessons during class and model an effective ways to instruct with technology, where they can join collaboration meetings to help generate lesson plannings, ideas, and connect teachers with each other to show what works in the classroom. So ito, lagi namin ginagawa to. Through LAC session, nagde-demo, and then, of course, the actual demonstration teaching. Another one is the school site mentors. This one is if a coaching position is not a possibility, a similar role can be assigned to a classroom teacher with advanced tech skills. Kung sino yung, regardless of their position, kung sino talaga yung techie, sinasabi na where he can share, he has advanced skills in technology. A school can identify a tech mentor for each grade level to bring ideas to grade level teams. So here in Baler, meron kaming identified techie by subject area. Dahil large group kami, so nami-meet naman namin yun. Nakakapag-identify kami ng a techie mentor. And during lesson planning and collaboration, the school side mentors can help colleagues integrate technology into the curriculum. For example, if the subject is AP and of course history, like for example, you want, at traditionally, pag map na pinag-uusapan, ang usual na ginagamit ng teacher, ng AP teacher, di ba? Word map na papel, no? But, the tech mentor can integrate technology into that subject. For example, using the Google Map. Kasi ang Google Map meron ng satellite. Pwede din siyang naka 3D. Makikita mo na yung actual street. No? And worldwide yun. Kahit nandito ka lang sa Pilipinas, pag ginugol ng map mo, makikita mo ganun na siya. Kateki. Then this type of support is embedded into established groups and provides just-in-time help for their peers. Ay. Ako, pasensya na. Ano ba? Nagkahang po. Teka lang po. Wait lang po Sorry, pasensya na. Naghang na ang presentation. Close the program. Masyadong nangalay Nag-discuss kasi. Wait lang po. Start po muna tayo Again. Please bear with me. Diba? Ganda-ganda pa naman ng laptop na to. i5 pa to. Teka lang. Screen. Again. Share. Okay. There it is. Hindi ko makita yung Okay. So, dito po tayo nag-stop. Let's continue. After and now the staff development workshops. This is a teacher-led workshops during professional development and time or an effective method for sharing best practices and building professional learning communities. With time to learn, connect and share ideas for a specific tech activity or skill shared at a workshop. A group of teachers can gain valuable support to bring innovative instruction to their classroom. So by group, and then lahat to nag-share. Given, meron silang return time, hindi lang yung mentor ang mag-share. Para lahat nakapag-share ng ideas and their best practices, and then na-adapt natin yun. Ito, student-led support. There are students that are a great resource and can take a leadership role in helping support teachers. Di ba nga po, kapag normal pa tayo, may mga estudyante tayo na techie talaga. So, ina-acknowledge natin yun kasi makakatulong sila para mahingan natin sila ng tips and advice sa pag-integrate ng technology sa klase natin. So, and to be able to identify students with techie skills, form a group of techie students who are also able to teach teachers how to use common tools. And I hope may makapag-share sa atin na may ganito kayong group of techie students. Kasi kami, since nalaman ko to, this is an advance, pwede palang mag-form ng group ng techie students. Ito, self-guided professional development. Coaches or tech leaders can help curate and generate digital development resources, whether it be shared through developed websites or a simple email. Teachers can benefit from a wide variety of support that they can access whenever they choose. For example, mo nito, self-guided, may mga online academy, which is free din naman. For example, nagganyan ako, the Show Academy. This is an online learning platform where I learned and trained basic Python programming. So self-led siya. Ikaw mismo and to adapt and be updated in the technology. And then after that, i-share mo, of course, sa mga kasama. Meron din ditong support, which is the soliciting buy-in and leadership support. Ano ba to? Roundtable discussions, surveys, parent tech education events. For roundtable discussions with parent-teacher organizations to help develop a school site plan and goals. Ayan, kasama ang mga parents, ang mga GPTA sa paggawa ng usually yung mga AIP, SIP natin, kasama sila. And then surveys, identifying wants and needs for professional development for teachers. Usually, bago mag-plot ng AIP, for example, the Annual Implementation Plan, may surveys na pinapasagutan sa teachers and sa magulang, to identify the needs of the teachers for their professional development. Or the parent tech education events. This is to demonstrate the valuable methods of instruction taking place in their child's classroom. Oh, ito, kung sino na dito yung, may mga nakita ako dito na school, parang doon sa COT or demonstration ng teacher. Ang audience nila kasi children's or minors are not allowed to go to school. So, ang nagiging audience na nila, mga magulang. So, papasok dun yung sa parent tech, where they can share, they can suggest, sharing ideas sa teacher, baka naman mistake pa yung magulang, so i-adapt natin yun. That is a parent tech education event. So let's go to creating and curating online resources. Alam ko, familiar na kayo dito, pero let's tackle this one. So sharing beyond your classroom. So as a teacher, it is not uncommon to feel isolated within the walls of your classroom. Lalo na ngayon, talagang online learning. The time and space we have to work with others is limited. How do you find and share best practices? Where do you find new ideas to incorporate into your lessons? There may be conferences or workshops, but funding and logistics can be a challenge. Kahit naman nung normal pa, talagang fun talaga, po. And dahil magagaling tayo, we find ways para lang maka-attend sa mga seminars sa malalayong lugar. So, andyan ang LGU. Andyan tayo lumalapit. Okay, so in here, think about the following Google tools. How can you use them to drive greater collaboration and learning among your peers? So, we are very much familiar with YouTube. Like now, naka-live daw tayo, YouTube Live, and Google Sites, Blogger, and later on, matatakal natin yan. What is Google Sites, Blogger, and then shared folders in Drive, which we call the Google Drive. And lahat naman tayo, may mga DepEd email na, and that is a Google. And from those, it offers a way to connect, collaborate, and develop new skills for an effective instruction. And they're all available whenever you have the time, the need, and the energy to learn. So, prioritizing lang talaga. Okay, so to connect with colleagues, you may love to learn new ways to use technology in the classroom, but run into obstacles that make it difficult. However, if your instructional team learns along with you, you can share ideas and lesson plans and workload. You can define what your collaborative learning environment looks like and sidestep certain obstacles. Like for example, ano yung ma-share mo na ginamit mo na platform para makakonect or to communicate with the students, paano mo sila ma-update using connections and technology. Collaborative learning environment should be a place to find curated content that you can easily access to build lessons that you can post ideas and questions, resources to connect with a wide variety of colleagues as well as the students and parents. So learn from each other and share best practices. Yung dun po tayo sa mapapadali. Kaya, to achieve goals and expectations in the curriculum. Sharing documents, post tutorials that further advance your understanding of effective instruction with technology. Let's look at solutions that Google tools can offer. And think about ways you can use a suggestion to become a leader with your personal learning network. Or YouTube or your video learning library. Ano ba yung YouTube na yan? A YouTube channel is like a bookshelf, a collection of videos, organized and easy to access. Avoid having to search for great videos to use in your lessons by curating playlists with specific content focus. So, isang tip yon. You can quickly and conveniently share multiple videos with the students and teachers with just one link where they can learn on their own way through watching. Okay. Next. So, how to share lessons using YouTube Live. And it is very challenging to find time for professional development. So, by creating your own digital web show using YouTube Live, you can highlight best practices for instruction. You can invite guests to participate in live conversation, to share ideas and instruction. Kasi meron din siyang comments. Now, for example, like sa Facebook, kapag meron kang share doon or pinost doon, may mga comment din yun, a series of comment that you can post ideas, share ideas, and connect with teachers in various locations. And not only in the Philippines, no, others can view the show internationally while it is going on and post questions. And YouTube Live events are recorded and can be viewed. So after the live events, so recorded siya and can be viewed anytime so that everyone has the opportunity to learn. And then that's the way you can deliver quality professional development when and where you want. So may mga link po dito and Na-share na rin naman yung example, yung YouTube live natin. So, yun yung ipapakita ko din sana. No? And sana, and of course, may email kayo dapat. Okay, is there anybody here familiar with the Google site? PD or professional development using Google site. This site is Google site is a versatile site creator, can easily hold links to instructional content. So it can embedded videos from YouTube. So now, kung may YouTube ka, and then may Google site ka, you can embed your videos and Google tools that anyone can access, including your students. So for me, I know that this is a website created by Google kasi ang ginagamit ko is Wix. It's a free website then. So, ang concept niya and features niya, pareho din sa Google site. May for classroom site din siya. And the sites can organize created content and pages and sub-pages for easy navigation to curriculum-specific topics. Whether you build a site full of lesson plan, ideas, and resources, or help students use sites to create their knowledge or specific content, and with the site, teachers and students can access information they need when they need it. I have linked here. So you can, on this site also, you can create lessons, video tutorial, instruction, embed Google Forms. Sino nang familiar ng Google Forms? Google Forms can be used to create online exam, or survey. So students can provide a check of understanding as an exit ticket. Exit ticket is a US term and equivalent in Philippines is an assessment. Pag sinabi na exit ticket, that is an assessment here in the Philippines. Packaging content is critical to organizing digital instruction. And then in Google Sites, of course, you have the opportunity to create, share, and support peers around your district. Gusto kong ipakita yun sa Google site. If you are required to have a Google Mail. So this is the Google site. So may mga templates din siya. Blank. Share screen. Let's take a look for Google site. Okay. So nakikita niyo na dito. Sites, may template din po siya, blank. So ito, for classroom, ayan yung template niya. Then, student portfolio, your portfolio, etc. So marami pa yan. This is a drag and drop sites para friendly. Okay, let's go back to our topic. Okay. Let's continue. Then the blogger. May vlogger na ba dito sa atin? So, ano ba ang vlogger? And what's vlogging? So, in Blogger, you can share best practices with an audience by creating a digital newsletter with Blogger. This is a Google's free tool for creating blogs. An easy-to-use resource like an online journal that can easily be shared and searched by tagging specific topics. And blogs enable you to share posts describing instructional best practices, embedded Google tools, images, as well as videos and links. Create an interactive way to share information on blog posts. Magagaling dito ang mga English teacher. So, since meron naman tayong school journal, encourage users or your students to subscribe to the blog in order to receive this notification, and then natin sa blog so that they can create digital newsletter. Okay, so nakikita po ba yung sa blogger.com? So in Blogger, meron ding depende sa passions ninyo, ano. So for if you are blogger and your forte is cooking or technology, so you can create your blog here. And there is a free domain. And ito maganda dito, you can earn money. And of course, kapag gagawa ng blog, know your audience. Sila kasi ang magiging target mo as your follower. Okay. So ito, the very much familiar tools of a Google. Share, that you can share, copy, edit, and pass it on at the Google Drive. In here, you can collaborate by share settings, add collaborators, and set the permissions the same way you would with any Google app. So, pag share niyo yung isang documents and binigyan niyo ng permission yung estudyante, pwede silang dun sa isang document na yon, you can share ideas or pwedeng magkapag-input ka ng suggestion doon, makikita agad yun. It is a real time, nakikita agad ng estudyante. Hindi lang naman documents, pati videos, like that, presentation, and may folder din siya. Folder will now reside in, para ma-share mo yon, it should be in collaborators driver or drives, allowing them to access all documents placed in it, and use this folder as quick way to share Google Docs, slides, sheets, forms, and drawing, where you can drag a document into the folder. Pwede din sa Google Drive, isi-save mo yung Microsoft Office. Kasi in Google Drive, meron na siyang Office talaga, Office tools. Iba lang yung term nila. For example, MS Word, in Google, it is a Docs. And for MS Office presentation, in Google, it is a Slides. Pero isa lang yung, halos isa lang yung feature nila. So, walang problema kapag ginamit mo yung MS Office tools mo. you can upload that on your Google Drive. So creating shared folders for departments or grade level teams para organize siya, which enables colleagues to efficiently pass content in an organized manner to avoid extra steps of emailing attachments. Hindi na ginagamit masyado email. Usually, sa email kasi noon, so attach docs. So here in Google Drive, just share the links na isang folder na yon. So ganun siya ka-convenient. What is professional development in your time? There is a need for good professional development, and this is an ongoing challenge. There never seems to be enough time or money to learn and apply new skills to classroom instruction. Teaching is learning. Education is a continuous. Being a professional teacher, it is a continuous learning. But you are broad-minded to adapt new technology, new digital tools, and then tools package and share resources can be an effective solution para lahat kayo ganun ka-update, ganun ka gagaling. Ang tawag doon, share pag may time. And as you go through, so call up sa mga participants. From our topic, I request to get a notebook and jot down key ideas that resonate with you, or select one or two options that would be realistic for your school site plan. Ito po, activity natin ngayon. Doon sa diniscuss natin, o diniscuss ko, for example, Google Drive, Blogger, Google Sites, and YouTube. Alin na doon yung sa tingin nyo appropriate na i-adapt ninyo para maging a way of communicating or way of sharing lessons to your students or share best practices. Now, nakukuha po ba? So, bibigyan ko kayo ng at least 1 minute siguro, no? Then, yung idea ninyo, you can use the chat box to type or copy-paste. Miss Roma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so may so I will give them an activity for their ideas or any topic doon sa diniscuss na they think it is a good technology to adapt, to share their best practices for students learning. Hindi ko kasi makita yung chat eh. I-escape ko muna to .
Okay, ma'am, bali po sabi po dito ni ma'am, Northern Summer Rachel Caranzo Nebrao, Google site and YouTube daw po.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. O at least, di ba? Super advanced ka na. Google sites and YouTube. And of course, para sa inyong kaalaman, malay nyo, kumikita na pala si ma'am sa YouTube. Na-monetize niya na. Alam naman natin lahat yan. Meron pa ba? Google Drive, of course. Sino ang gamit na gamit ang Google Drive? Okay, thank you for that. Meron pa ba tayo? At least dalawa. participants. Ito po, ito nakikita Google, from Ma'am Rose, Google Drive, Sir Jason, Google Classroom. Oh, that's nice. Yes, Google Drive, Ma'am Joy. Sir Christian, YouTube videos to introduce a topic, explain and motivate your learners, Google Drive. So mga teki na pala itong kasama natin dito, no? Dami na pala tayo. Google site and YouTube. Any other? Google Classroom plus Office plus Drive Tools. Yes. Thank you, Sir Mark. Gamit na gamit ang ating tech skills. Sir Gerald, Google Drive po, Google Classroom, YouTube. Google Drive. Glyza, Google Drive. Ma'am Mary Rose, Serious, Google Drive. Okay, so salamat po sa participation natin. And I want to share from other educators' story. They said, okay, so quote and unquote, I love to work together with my department. Yet, we only have a very limited time each week to meet. Usually, the time is spent going over school business, and rarely do we get to share lesson ideas and best practices. So we decided to try using a shared folder. Saan po ba natin makikita ang shared folder na nga? Sino makakasagot? Okay, thank you, Sir Christian. Google Drive. So to continue, a virtual window that allows us to pass lessons, documents, and ideas back and forth without a single email attachment. The time we save by going straight to the file is enormous and very convenient. We avoid waiting for email responses by checking the file and time a lesson document is needed. When we do, we have knowledge about what is going on in each other's classrooms based on the documents we find in the file, and come prepared with questions to help with our implementations. So another question is, since you are very much familiar with Google Drive and shared folders, kapag for example, ang situation natin, nag-share ako ng Google Docs. Ano yung, tas binigyan ko kayo ng permiso, so lahat dito nag-attend ng training. Ano ang pwede nyong gawin kapag binigyan ko na kayo ng permit? Or isa na kayong as editor? Ano pwede nyong gawin dun sa shared Google Docs? Ano yung mga pwedeng gawin doon? Okay. Sorry, but Miss Jazz or Mr. Jazz? Sir Jazz or Ma'am Jazz? So yes, correct. You can view and edit the file. Edit, download po. Okay, yes, pwede mo i-download. Okay. Ma'am pala si Ma'am Jazz. Hello, Ma'am. Other? Ano pang pwedeng gawin doon?
And here's another one. Make sure you test some economic.
Okay, nag-economic na tayo, ha? Okay, don't you worry, mayayari na to, mag-AAP na. Okay, and the best thing in shared folder or shared Google Docs, kapag may suggestions kayo, dahil real-time siya, pwedeng right at that moment, pwede kayong mag-suggest na, ma'am, say, for example,
For me,
or share best practices. So, isa yon sa advantage ng shared. O yan, yes. From Northern Samar, mag-comment po, mag-suggest. Okay, so much for that. So, and I hope na familiar man yung iba sa inyo, at least meron kayong bago, for example, yung vlogger, kasi parang wala akong nakita ditong vlogger no? Yung app ng online app ng vlogger. Try nyo, at least a little by little, lalo na yung mga sa school journal, mga English teacher, try ninyo mag-create vlogging, no? And sana bago natin tapusin to, may mga natutunan tayo. Salamat sa pagtsatsaga. And thank you for your listening. And meron po bang tanong?
Yan, so question and answer naman po tayo ngayon. Meron po ba sa inyo nag-send po sa link na binigay po kanina?
And I hope and I believe meron siguro ditong Google Educator din, no? Yung level 1. Meron ba? Okay, so wala namang tatanong Miss Roma. Excuse me. Thank you din. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, and that's for now. Thank you.
Ayan, bali may nakita po kami nag-send po ng question dito po sa may drive, ay sa may link po na binigay natin. So sabi po dito, will those who would participate via YouTube still receive an e-certificate? Yes po, bigyan po namin kayo ng certificate provided na makapagsagot po kayo ng post-evaluation mamaya. Then, meron pa pong isang tanong, are you going to provide an e-certificate? Yes, nasagot na po natin. Learning tools po, ano po, what do you mean po sa learning tools? Yung presentation po ba ni ma'am ang gusto nyo pong itanong? Ang gusto pong kuhanin? Hello po? Okay, siguro pwede po makahingi ng presentation ni ma'am. Sabi po ni ma'am Giovanni. O sige po, sasend na lang po namin sa'yo ma'am Giovanni yung presentation. Ano po ma'am eh. Ay sir, sorry po sir Giovanni. Kanina yung ma'am Jess, hindi namin alam kung lalaki ba o babae. So ma'am siya. Kaya naman po, sorry, ginawa ko pong ma'am. Sorry po sir Giovanni. Okay po, so isasend ko na lang po yung link po. Bali, provide access na lang daw po kay Ma'am May. Pa-open na lang po, share po yung access po ng inyo pong PowerPoint presentation. Bali, lahat po ng magsasend po, mag-aano po si Sir Salustiano Andres. Pasend po ng email address ng mga maghihingi po ng ano. O hindi pa, send ko na po dito yung link po ng drive na. Saan? Wait. Ma'am May, with your permission po, sasend ko na po dito sa chat box po yung inyo pong PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Sige po. Ito na po, nakalagay ko na po yung ano po. Sa mga gusto pong mag-save po ng inyo po, ng presentation ni Ma'am May. Nandiyan na po siya. So, okay na po tayo sa question and answer. Sir Jay. Next slide po. Okay, now po, let's move on to the presentation of Certificate of Appreciation to the speaker. Okay, so basahin ko lang po. This certificate of recognition is given to 𝗪𝗲𝗊𝗶 in grateful recognition of her invaluable support as resource speaker during the webinar entitled Promote and Model the Effective Use of Digital Tools of the Technology Empowerment for Economic Development, or the Tech4Ed program of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, Luzon Cluster 2, given this 23rd day of April 2021. Okay? Next slide po. Also, we would like to give the Certificate of Appreciation to Baler National High School in grateful appreciation of their invaluable support and coordination in the conduct of the webinar entitled Promote and Model the Effective Use of Digital Tools of Technology Empowerment for Economic Development, or the Tech4Ed program, given again this April 23, 2021. Thank you po ulit, Ma'am May, sa palagi pong pagtanggap ng aming request para maging trainer or speaker po sa aming mga webinar.
Welcome. Anytime.
Yes, thank you po, ma'am. Next slide po, sir. Sir. Yan. So, closing remarks. Bago po tayo pumunta po sa closing remark, request ko lang po na para po sa mga participants po natin, kung gusto nyo pong maka-attend pa po sa mga future webinars po na ikakandak po ng DICT or ng DICT Aurora po, please follow and like po our page para po maging updated po kayo. Now po, to move on para po sa ating closing remarks, may we call on, andyan na po ba? Sir Rob, so may we call on our provincial head of the DICT Aurora Luzon Cluster 2 Provincial Office po ng Aurora. Andyan na po ba? Sir Jay, next slide. Ayan. So may we call on po Engineer Rabinal A. De Jesus. Bigyan po natin ng virtual clap si Sir Robs. Thank you po.
Good morning po sa lahat. So, while my video was off, actually, I am listening sa inyong mga webinar. So, I think wala na akong masasabi dahil naibigay na ni Regional Director ang message po. Meron lang po akong comment. So, a positive comment. We are pleased na despite na sa pagiging humble at pagiging malit ng aming provincial office, meron pong hindi taga-Aurora nag-participate. Actually, bakit nasabi kong positive comment yan? Una po, dagdag facts po sa amin yan, sa aming accomplishment report. At positive din po sa part ng participant. Bakit? Nag-initiate po kayo na maka-attend ng webinar. Kung kayo po ay nagtuturo sa public school, or sa state colleges and university, may tinatawag tayong continuous learning, di ba? Nag-initiate po kayo na mag-upgrade, umatin po ng seminar. Kaya po natutuwa po kami na may ganun po kayong drive. Kahit hindi po kayo taga-Aurora, naglakas loob po kayo na ma-accommodate po kayo. Although hindi naman po namin sinasara ang pinto sa mga hindi po outside ng aming area of responsibility. Pwede rin naman po kayong umaten sa mga webinar po ng DICT Central Office at sa iba't ibang region, provided na covered po kayo ng kanilang mga policy and house rules. Pero dito po sa Aurora, naging welcome po kayo. Kaya po lubos po namin ikinagagalak po yun. To continue, yung sinabi ni Regional Director kanina, nang dahil po sa COVID, nang dahil sa pandemic, nagkaroon po ng okay. Nakailang webinar daw sa DICT. Congratulations po. nagkaroon po ng drastic digital transformation po. When I attended the ASEAN Conference, ASEAN Engineers Conference, may biruan po ang mga kasamahan ko, mga colleagues ko. Yung iba po doon, mga doktor, mga full professor ng university sa Malaysia and Singapore. Ang sabi nila, ang trigger daw ng digital transformation, walang iba kundi COVID. Napilitan po, hindi lang ang Pilipinas, kundi ang buong mundo na mag-adjust po. Hindi natin mai-deny na nagkaroon ito ng detrimental economic impact po. Alam naman po natin na nangyari. May mga na-displaced na worker. So, hindi po nakakatuwa ang ganong senaryo. Pero sa pagiging optimistic point of view natin, sa pagiging optimistic point of view natin, lalo po kayong mga guro, isipin nyo na lang kung kayo po ay nagtuturo sa probinsya. Kailangan nyo pang lumuwas sa Maynila o sa pinakamalapit na lungsod para lang makati ng seminar. Pero dahil po sa digital transformation, nasa bahay lang po kayo or nasa opisina ninyo at kayo po ay welcome sa aming pong webinar. Ngayon, may nagtanong po sa akin, kasi po isa din ako sa mga admin ng DICT Aurora page. Pwede daw bang umati ng hindi taga-Aurora? Paulit-ulit ko pong sinasabi, hindi namin dinideny ang inyong karapatan na mag-avail ng serbisyo ng gobyerno. Pero kapag po meron kaming host na katulad po si Ma'am May, priority po namin yung mga colleagues po niya sa school niya. Pero open pa rin po ang registration sa inyo, kaya po may cut-off tayo. Kaya sa mga hindi po na-accommodate, hopefully po sa mga susunod na webinar or kahit sa ibang kabilang province po kayo umattend, wala pong problema sa amin. Provided na pasok po kayo doon sa quota po nila. Welcome po kayo at natutuwa po ako na bukod sa dagdag packs kayo sa aming accomplishment report, pabor po sa inyo yan. Kasi talaga pong instead na nung before po nung COVID, kailangan nyo pang lumuwas sa Maynila o sa pinakamalapit na syudad para umatin ng seminar. So alam nyo naman po yan. Ngayon, through online, katulad ng sinabi ng aming regional director, talaga pong nagkaroon ng drastic transformation. Hindi po nakakatuwa ang nangyari sa ating ekonomiya, pero part po yan ng sistema. Nung unang na-introduce ang computer, ang dami pong na-displace na worker. Alam naman po natin yan. Huwag na tayong lumayo. Pag luluwas kayo ng Maynila, di ba pag nakikita nyo, pag may bagong palabas sa sinihan, di ba yung mga taga-layout, taga-drawing ng billboard, nawalan sila ng trabaho. Dahil sa anong reason bakit nawalan sila ng trabaho? Kasi po nauso ang tarpaulin printing. So yun po, talagang kailangan nating mag-adjust at kami naman po sa DICT, pinipilit po namin huwag mapag-iwanan ang mga tao, hindi lamang po ang mga guro, hindi lamang po mga estudyante, kundi ang general public, ang publiko, na huwag sila mapag-iwanan ng teknolohiya. Nakalulungkot isipin din po yun, wala pang COVID noon pero ang daming nawala ng trabaho noon. Dati pagalingan po sa pagdodrawing, pag-layout ng mga pelikula pag may bagong palabas sa Maynila. Yung mga taga-drawing sa billboard, pero dahil sa tarpaulin, nawalan po sila ng trabaho. So, we have to embrace change po talaga at hindi po namin kayo pababayaan. Hanggang dito na lamang po, maraming salamat at see you po sa mga susunod na webinar. Huwag po kayo magsasawang tangkilikin ng aming mga webinar, hindi lamang po sa Aurora, kundi sa buong DICT po. Kung saan po may open slot, welcome naman po kayo. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay. Congratulations po.
Ayan, thank you po, Sir Rabs. Ngayon naman po, bago po natin ibigay ang post-evaluation form link po, may I request po sa lahat po ng participants na nandito po ngayon na i-open po inyo pong mga camera para magkaroon po tayo ng post-op po. Thank you. Sir Jay, pwede nyo po bang kapag-screenshot? Mga participants. Ano sabi? Nag-iba screen ko. Ay. Wala camera. Okay. Sir Rabs, naka-ano ka ba ngayon? Naka-laptop ka po?
Yes po. Phone lang po. Nasa kabilang meeting ako. Kami director, nasa kabilang meeting.
Ay, okay po. Sige, okay lang. Opo, okay na daw po. Meron na po tayong kanina. Meron na pong ni-screenshot si Sir J. Yan, sa mga participants po.
Okay na po?
Opo, okay na po. Pero ayan, sige po, pwede po yan. Tingin lang po kayo, Okay, mag-screenshot po ako ng ilan po, Okay, 1, 2. Si Sir Giovanni, nagpapapogi pa, Sige po, i-screenshot na. Sir, nagtago ka tuloy. Yan, Sir Giovanni. Tingnan po sa camera. Okay, 1, 2. Isa pa po. Kay Ma'am, ito na po ako. Sige pa po, wait lang. Okay, next po. Next. Marami pong hindi naka-open ang camera, Sige po, okay lang yan. Yan. Sige, okay na po. Thank you po sa inyo pong pag-participate po ngayong araw. And Sir J. Yan, para po sa ating post-evaluation, ito po yung link. Ipopost ko rin po dito sa chat box. Ayan, so pwede nyo pong mag-fill out ng post-evaluation form hanggang alas 4 po bukas. Pero kung magawa nyo na po ngayon, mas maganda po para po sure po kayo na meron po kayong makukuhang certificate. Again po, ulitin po natin na huwag niyo pong kalilimutang magsagot po ng post-evaluation kasi again, kahit po natapos po natin ito pong webinar, kahit po sa Zoom or sa YouTube yan, kung hindi naman po kayo nag-post evaluation form, sorry po, hindi po namin kayo masasendan po ng certificate. Okay po? Malinaw po ba yon? Yung screenshot po, nagre-request po si Ma'am Amy ng DepEd Antipolo. Bali, ipapost po namin siya sa page po ng DICT Aurora. So, pwede nyo po siya doon makuha yung screenshot. Yan, so maraming salamat pong muli sa inyong lahat, sa inyo pong pag-attend sa webinar po. So soon po, sana magkita-kita po ulit tayo sa mga webinars po na ikakandak ng DICT Aurora at ng iba pa pong ng DICT. Thank you po. Maraming salamat po sa lahat.
Thank you.
Thank you po ulit, Ma'am May. Thank you po, Sir Jay, for the technical assistance. Salamat po, Ma'am May, ulit sa walang sawang suporta at pagbibigay po ng free, po sa amin, training. Thank you po.